something. In other words, coronaviruses. And I agree that a doctor is a hero because they sacrifice their time and they're leaving
Of
their
course.
children,
Yes.
family, relative, and they spend their time all day in hospital to how to control, how to say, make a, how to say that, make a treatment, make a, how to patient will recover from coronaviruses. So not only actually doctor,
Yeah,
but all of a profession in the world, especially because we talk about heroes in our country, all of profession, I think, like the government, um, our parents in our home,
yeah,
yeah, our sister brothers and the crew of this radio
of
Smart
course.
FM, because they represent, they contribute to how to make a um, development,
Yes.
special for the peoples, how to develop the peoples, for spread the information, the quality of information, to make a sustainable government.
But I have a interesting question for you.
Yeah,
So, do you use like social media?
of course.
Okay, so in your perspective, how do people react on the on this kind of issue like
Mhm,
Heroes Day?
mhm,
Did you find like most of people upload the story about
mhm, mhm,
Heroes Days
mhm.
so far?
Uh, I need to be honest for my observation about it. I think this is degradation
Mhm.
of awareness,
Yeah.
degradation awareness of our society, because they, how to say, slowly but
Mhm.
sure, they leave the um, respective,
Mhm.
the how to say that, something, they leave it, this
Oh,
case, this
yeah, yeah.
issue about heroes, even they um don't know,
Mhm.
who's heroes in
Uh,
Indonesia,
of course, yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm very appreciate people who can still remember and concern about our heroes, and they know,
Mhm.
they know number of heroes, and they have like um expectation and contribution to our country, same like our heroes,
Yeah,
even the
yeah.
era is different because now
Mhm.
it's modern era.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Diaz,
Yeah.
for your answer. So back to Mr. Brian. So, in your perspective, how do people around you react about Heroes Day?
Yeah, my opinion about
Reaction of the
the
people.
reaction of the people who react the Heroes Day. Um, yeah, they will um they will prove that the sacrificing of the sacrificing of the heroes in the past, like, yeah, they also protect this nation, and yeah, they spend a lot of energy to how to say, um to protect this nation, and
Mhm.
to keep this nation become uh independence.
Okay, so like Mr. Diaz said before that, talking about heroes, meaning that we're talking about the person who has sacrificed for our country to maintain our independence and etc. So because right now we have lived in the different era. So in your perspective, can you mention like maybe the characteristic of heroes nowadays? The characteristic of heroes.
Oh,
The people who now as the heroes in modern
Mhm.
era.
Yeah, as I said before, the characteristic of the heroes nowadays is the person who can handle the people who don't, how to say, who don't uh like then they don't believe that the sacrificing of the heroes in the past. So the characteristic just to protect the people, and yeah, and always protect this nation to become independence.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Brian. So, Mr. Diaz, maybe comparing to the past,
Yeah.
maybe when you were like senior high school or junior high school, is there like any competition or
You
agenda
asked
to
my about
remember? Yeah,
senior high school.
yeah, to remember
I have the same
to
senior high
remember
school.
her Heroes Day
Uh-huh.
at the moment. Is
Yeah.
there any activity to remember Heroes Day?
Um, because actually, Heroes Day only one day.
Mm.
So actually, honestly, there is no specific
Yes,
special activity.
Mhm.
Even in when I was senior high school, junior high school, but um, Heroes Day is very related with 17 August,
Oh, yeah,
Independence
that's
era.
true.
Yeah, because Independence era we cannot go to Independence Day
Yeah.
without
Mm.
our sacrifice, our hero sacrifice, our hero, because they are very super. Superman. This is a really
Yeah.
Superman
Okay.
in the war.
Mhm.
Wherever they are, they come from in abroad country, in our country, something like this. So when we talk about a special activity, actually not bad. It was held in August,
Mhm.
especially in 17 August.
Oh, so most
Yeah,
of agenda conducted at 17 August, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, but looking the awareness of the people right now, we can say that
Hmm.
it's not quite a massive. I mean, it's not quite crowded as 17 August.
Hmm.
So in your perspective, is there any ways to improve the euphoria among the people to remember Heroes Day?
As I say that we can start from personal. I mean
Personal.
ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and give influence and persuade people. But we need to start from ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
The most important, that for example, we need to build our nationalism.
Mm.
How do we, from the easy thing, we just keep up the information on news,
Mm.
on radio, a newspaper. um, we read everything about our hero, our independence,
Okay.
and after that we persuade,
Mm.
our friend, our sister, brother, family to
Mhm.
read, and persuade them. Let's come here. We watch together the
Oh,
news about our hero,
yeah.
who they are,
Mhm.
who are they. This year President Jokowi will appreciate the new heroes in Indonesia. They come
Mhm.
from, I think, Maluku Utara, Sulawesi Utara, Papua, but I forget their name. We can
Mhm.
open next about that new candidate of heroes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there are maybe 5, 8, 10 new
New
heroes.
heroes.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and also in Papua, Maluku
Oh.
Utara, Jambi, uh, and etc.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh,
Because
nice
actually,
information.
yeah, because
Uh,
you actually a lot of many heroes in
mhm.
Indonesia need to be appreciated and up to national, that here is in this place there is still
Okay.
there are many heroes, and we need then the government need to give appreciation.
Oh,
Yeah.
basically, I didn't know it about that information. So just now I know about information.
That's is easy thing, the little
Mhm.
thing to how to say, the way to make ourselves build nationalism.
Mm, okay,
Yeah.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Diaz,
You're
for so maybe Mr. Brian. So, in your opinion, how important Heroes Day to celebrate?
Yeah. As I said before, we are not celebrating the Heroes Day, but
Mm,
we just realize
mhm.
that how hard the sacrificing of the heroes in the past, and yeah, we have to appreciate them.
Okay, so this is really important to celebrate, to appreciate every heroes that have struggled in the past, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Diaz, as we know that yeah, we are in the modern era.
Mhm.
Some of our young generation
Mhm.
categorized as millennials.
Okay.
So basically, millennial plays a big role in
Mhm.
here
Mhm.
to respect
Mhm.
the heroes in the
Mhm.
past. And my question is there any ways that we can applicate towards the millennial generation
Mhm.
in order to implement
Mhm.
heroes value to themselves?
Mhm. Yeah, the government has goals
Mm-hmm.
in our country. We call that sustainable development.
Oh,
Yeah, uh, it's easy actually. That's my expectation, but
yeah.
I say it's easy because I apply it in my daily. Um, we need to support this system, sustainable development
Mm-hmm.
government, because our heroes always
Yes.
develop our archipelago. Before we call Indonesia, we call Nusantara,
Mm-hmm.
Neo Santara, or archipelago. Yeah, consists of 17,000 island more,
Mm-hmm.
and many tribes, religion, cultures, and colonialism. Not only Dutch, but also Spanish, British,
Mm-hmm.
USA, Japan, and
Mm-hmm.
they come from our country and colonize us. And our heroes always try hard
Mm-hmm.
to how to say, to save our archipelago. In the past time we called Nusantara, and at the time our heroes always did um,
Yeah.
developing, build our Nusantara, and get rich our independence era. And as a young generation, the new generation, we need to support this similar case, that uh, we need to do our best as a new generation,
Mm-hmm.
by support the government to making a continue sustainable development government, something like that. For example, yeah, as I say, that we need to start from ourselves. We give positive thing, positive energy, be inspirator, agent of change, be volunteer, help people's,
Mm-hmm.
um, teaching, persuade, socialization to people's,
Mm-hmm.
empowering, and many more. Even the smallest thing. So, for example, when we see the, how to say,
Mm-hmm.
sampah.
Garbage,
Yeah,
Rubbish.
rubbish.
garbage. Yeah, we
Rubbish.
need to take and soon
Uh-huh.
to throw in the bin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is the smallest thing. How you can imagine, how if people's new generation do that
Mm-hmm.
from Sabang until Merauke.
Oh, it's
How
really
you
great.
can imagine
Uh-huh.
our country. It's like, it will be forward,
Mm.
like forward country in Europe, and that is our contribution. That's only
Mm.
the smallest thing. How if
Mm.
Sabang sampai Merauke, a new generation, will be inspirator, something like they to be uh, founder,
Mm-hmm.
CEO, inspiring people, influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our country will be great.
Oh.
And this is way modern way
Mhm.
to be hero, like our hero in the past time, but different way.
Okay, but basically, as we know that we are live in modern era where we have a good technology. Precisely, we know that almost all of young generation have a smartphone. So, in your perspective, is it like give negative or positive impact precisely in the term of remembering our traditional value?
Okay.
What about that?
Era,
Mm-hmm.
technology, and science are neutral.
Mm.
It's depend on the acronym and the people. How can they applicate? How can they use? That's why we need to young generation, new generation, positive generation
Mm.
to build positive goals, to build um, positive energy, to
Yeah.
make our country to be forward and positive.
Mm.
So, if that will happen, what will happen?
Mm.
Our country to be forward.
Oh, meaning that technology basically play like
Neutral.
neutral
Yeah.
role. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Absolutely.
But in your perspective, is it good when the old generation collaborate with young generation, or maybe which one is better? I think young generation collaborate with young generation, or old generation collaborate with a young generation.
Um, why not?
Mm.
Why not old and young generation collaborate? You want to be you want how to say profit
Uh-huh.
profit that we can see in our bureaucracy in in the capital city like Jakarta, MPR, DPR, and etc. Uh, they how to say um, collaborate now is happened there
Oh, really?
between old and young generation.
Oh, in what kind of activity?
Like in DPR and MPR,
Oh.
you know um this is only about actually only transition where the old people think still as a leader
Mm.
and young generation as a member,
Oh.
but slowly but sure
Uh-huh.
young generation will change the old generation.
Mm.
But this is a happen that where they collaborate each other,
Mm.
and we can see in our school, in junior high school, senior high school, and the campus
Mm.
still happen collaboration with old and young
Mm.
in our
I see.
education. Right? Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
correct.
Yeah, without old generation, we cannot learn.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's
because
true.
because baby boomer old generation
Uh,
have high experience,
yeah.
and young generation
Uh-huh.
need to learn from them.
Oh, so the point is
We
old
don't have
generation
experience.
and also the young generation are working each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the advantages of a young generation, we have a fresh brain,
Mm.
we have a high level energy.
Mm.
The old not, but the old have high level experience.
Yeah. So it's gonna be complete each other. Oh, great.
Completely.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz. So what about you, Mr. Brian? So which one is better? Maybe the same question between the collaboration between young generation or collaboration between young and old generation.
Yeah, between the old generation and young generation, yeah, we have to collaborate each other.
Oh.
Yeah, because our brother said that before.
Mhm.
The young generation have a high spirit, but and the old generation have a high experience.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
if we work together, we will be the the great uh the great uh how to say the great
team,
Yeah, the great team.
Okay.
and then they will be complementary each other, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a simple question for you. So, who is your favorite heroes in your life?
My favorite
Yeah,
heroes.
just simple
This question
question.
Simple
is
question. Okay.
Uh-huh. And tell me the reason.
Okay. To be honest.
okay.
Um, my really hero is my mom.
Oh,
Okay.
why,
Oh,
why,
so
why, why?
sweet.
Why?
So sweet.
Yeah, because my mom have brought me in the world, and she sacrificed his life. I mean, she worked hard. She worked hard to me, and yeah, even if I'm down, my
Mm.
mother always give me a spirit.
Oh, great.
So my mother is my spirit, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Brian. It's
So
nice.
sweet.
It's amazing statement. So, what about you, Mr. Diaz?
Okay. And my heroes.
Mm.
Okay. In contextual thing, I have a hero like my favorite are Soekarno Hatta,
Mm.
Raden Ajeng Kartini, Sultan Hasanuddin.
Mm.
Yeah, three of them.
Oh, so why you admire them?
The reasons.
Yeah.
My favorite like Sukarno. Why? Because Sukarno is the founding father.
Oh, yeah.
The first
Agree.
president.
Uh-huh.
The first, we cannot deny it.
Mhm.
The first president in Indonesia, and that is a fundamental thing
Mhm.
and a very basic to build our
Yeah.
country. And it's not easy.
Yeah,
As a
agree
first
with that.
president,
Uh-huh.
oh my God, Sukarno is one of genius people in the world
Yeah.
because he is a news a new how to say make a new something
Mhm.
make a something new
Yeah.
like Indonesia as a how to say as a country that can got independence from our colonization. And the second is Raden Ajeng Kartini because she is inspiration representative inspiration of women in Indonesia and not only Indonesia, even in Southeast Asia,
Oh.
and that is a powerful for me. And the third is yeah, of course, absolutely, Sultan Hasanuddin
Oh.
from our province.
Uh-huh.
Um, from our province in South Sulawesi, Sultan Hasanuddin is 16th kingdom in Goa Kingdom. And the spirit how to say spirit of Goa Kingdom until North Australia, South Philippines, and a half of Indonesia.
Oh, great.
It's so large.
Mhm.
Yeah, the territory of Goa Kingdom is so large. That's why I'm very proud with them because the top of three these heroes are powerful, very inspiring.
Okay, but besides the hero in the past, I mean the heroes nowadays that you can see, do you have like
Nowadays,
yes?
actually, when we talk about a real hero, even the shape is different and the era is
Oh.
different. It's different to answer, but let me think.
Okay.
Okay, B.J. Habibie.
Oh.
For me,
Mhm.
B.J. Habibie. What else? Okay, the reason is B.J. Habibie. Why? Because B.J. Habibie is one of scientists in the world, come from Indonesia, and representative of Indonesia as a genius man.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and by B.J. Habibie, B.J. Habibie put the form of mathematics to make a airplane,
Oh.
and all of around the world use that form to make a plane, a specific
Yeah.
like a kind of ferry, kind of airplane, something like that.
Oh, yeah, I
Um,
remember the term is, if I'm not mistaken, is crack theories.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, theory
yeah,
crack.
absolutely, yeah. Yeah, that's why I say that Habibie is a genius man, representative of Indonesia, and make Indonesia very famous in the world. And
Okay.
also, he is a president of our country.
Okay, so Mr. Brian,
What?
do you have like heroes in the past, like Mr. Diaz said before? Do you have?
Uh, the hero in the past.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Of course, the first president of Indonesia.
Oh, same.
Same.
Yes.
Why? Why do you choose it?
Yeah, because he is. Yeah, I can say that he is a struggle man.
Mm.
We have
Yeah.
a thousands heroes.
Yeah.
Besides our first president, who else?
um, just him.
Okay, just so yeah, guys, we have talked quite a lot about Heroes Day. So from all of you, for smart listener, if you want to give a question to us, please contact us on the comment box on YouTube. So we are going to give our opinion related on your question. So yeah, talking about Heroes Day. So maybe we are limiting by time. So our last session is talking about conclusion. So maybe Mr. Brian, oh,
Hmm?
can you give like some conclusion?
Conclusion.
Yeah, from our
Okay.
discussion.
Um. Yeah, my conclusion of uh this topic for today, for tonight.
Uh-huh.
Um. Yeah. We have a struggle hero in the
Mm.
past, so right now we have to appreciate them
Mm.
and become the next hero for this era.
Wow. Next
And
hero.
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, we have to struggle. We have to struggle, and we have to um like appreciate the what our heroes in the past did.
Okay, nice. So what about you, Mr. Diaz? The conclusion for tonight.
Okay, the conclusion is this is also about very relate with new generation, young generation, millennial.
Yeah.
So how can we to be hero even different era are only give your best. As I mentioned that as a young generation, we have a many ways. We have a many ways to involve to build our country, and build our country is a way to be hero and real hero, like be volunteer, founder, influencer, inspiration people, help peoples, and to be a leader, and many many more. And the most important is just maximizing what we
Okay.
have and show to the public and give contribution and make inspiration, persuade peoples from Sabang sampai Merauke, and you know it will be happen that our country will be forward country.
Oh, thank you. So, basically, both speakers tonight talking about the conclusion. So the point is, we as a young generation, we have to increase our capacity to in order to improve our country later on, because we need if we want to make like change, we have to start from ourselves. That is by adding by improving our capacity so that we can persuade, and also we can be like inspirator for everyone. So maybe before we close our discussion tonight, is there any vocabulary that you need to deliver? Maybe start from Mr. Brian. Vocabulary, yeah. Maybe
related
three.
with this topic.
Yeah. And also you can add maybe one vocabulary that didn't include in our discussion.
Okay, our vocab uh from this topic, yeah, sacrificing,
Oh, what is that?
yeah, pengorbanan.
Okay. Do you have any else?
Independence,
Independence. What is that?
um, merdeka,
Okay, merdeka. And the last one?
um, maybe sacrifice,
Oh,
berkorban.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Brian,
Okay.
for the vocabulary. What about you, Mr. Diaz?
Okay. About vocabularies, here's kingdom,
Kingdom.
kerajaan,
Okay.
reformation.
Mhm.
It's like situation like a new reformasi,
Mm.
a new old order,
Oh, what is that?
orde lama,
Oh.
new order, orde
Okay,
baru, um, pre-independence,
Oh, what is that?
pre-independence, masa sebelum kemerdekaan.
Oh,
Yeah, it's similar actually with kingdom era.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Achievement,
Mhm.
pencapaian,
Okay.
independence, kemerdekaan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz. So I myself like deliver three vocabularies. First is nationalism, nationalismo. Second is tribe, suku. And the last is leader. Leader is pemimpin. So I think that's all, guys. Thank you for joining us in our discussion, and don't forget to join again next week at the same time, and also at the same frequency. Thank you.